right, welcome to I'll Take the Over podcast. I'm your host, Mark Malley. We got Johnny Grissom in the house. How you doing, Johnny?
I'm all right. I'm doing
Doug
pretty good.
Edwards. Doug Edwards with his Trump hat on there. What's it say, Dougie?
You say the sequel, 2024, the sequel.
The sequel. And we got Whoa Tiger down there. I guess that's Batman. What's up, Batman?
I'm Batman.
All right, special guest today. That's our mystery picker right there, I guess. Eddie, we ready, bro? How you doing, Eddie?
Good. How's it going?
Good, man. How about you, Kenny D?
Glad to finally see Judge hit something besides mosquitoes and air.
Heaters in the air, man.
You ever notice how you never see me and Batman in the same place? It's crazy.
That is crazy, man. See me and Spider-Man in the same place, too. Hey, man, first things first, let's send our condolences out to Johnny there, man. He lost his dad this past week. My brother, who lived out in Colorado, so our condolences there, man. Johnny, we love you, brother. No hard time right now. All right, man, guys. Let's talk about last week, man. Any thoughts on last week there, Doug Edwards?
No, it's hard. It's hard to win at A&M. I'm not down on my team. We played a good half. You can't. It's hard to win there anyway. You ain't gonna win there when you give the ball away 3 times and miss 3 field goals. You know, you ain't gonna do it. It's hard to win there when Dumbo was there, Fisher, but you got to go in there and play. You know, both halves, and we didn't do it. So, you know,
That's right. No, you're right.
We're good. It's all good. We got 4 to go.
You still have Bama left, right?
Yeah, we got Bama in a week from Saturday.
Bama at home, right?
Yeah, 6:30 at night.
Yeah.
Prime time. We only play the prime time games, man. Everybody wants these guys to play. Big ratings. Big ratings.
It's important when you play them primetime games.
Right.
Kenny D, what you got, man?
Everything's still scripted, just as I've been telling you all season. Big time Kelly can't win a big game. Got outplayed, outcoached, out everything. I mean, Doug said it. I mean, 3 turnovers. Nussmeier's colorblind. He had more. I think he had just as many completions the second half to A&M than he did his own guys. You know, they brought that kid in off the bench, and LSU looked like they never played a down of football in their life. That kid ran anywhere, all he wanted.
Kid threw 2 passes the whole half.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he threw over 5 passes. I didn't know the exact number, but I could remember him going 5. And you know, I took LSU, and I'm admitting I took them. I really figured LSU had some momentum. A&M unproven. Elko proved me wrong. I mean, all that guy does is win the big games there. So evidently, he's got A&M on the right track. So we'll see going forward. I do want to say this. I watched ESPN's playoff prediction show last night. How in the hell do you have Indiana not in your top 12 right now in the playoff?
It's
But
ridiculous.
they said if the season ended today, this was their playoff picture. How do you not have Indiana in there?
Wow.
I don't give a damn who they played. I don't care what the schedule looks like. 8-0 is 8-0.
Same way
Honestly,
you didn't have a 13. Same way you didn't have a 13-0 team in there last year.
No, we didn't.
Hey.
We were told point blank we didn't have a quarterback and we didn't have an offense and we couldn't compete.
It don't matter.
Indiana has none of those excuses. They're 8-0.
13-0.
Kenny, it comes down to 2 things. They're judging by the logo on the helmet and how much of this is Indiana going to bring into the college football.
Hey, and answer me this, JB. How do you win and go down to 3?
Common opponents, them in Ohio State, they've killed the common opponents over what Ohio State's done.
Yep.
Indiana should be in your top 12 in the playoff. And Notre Dame is going to screw somebody. You watch. They're going to get in and they're going to screw an SEC team out of a spot.
Hey, not to change the subject at all, but you guys are talking about throwing low passes in the game. Did you guys know Army averages 8 passes a game? and their quarterback has more touchdown passes than all three of Michigan quarterbacks combined.
That's right. I read that. That is correct.
He has 8, and they have a total of 6. And they throw 8 passes a game.
That's crazy.
That's crazy stat, man.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else got anything before we jump into the top 25?
Nope.
Man, Josh's Cougars, 4 games left. Best team they play is Arizona State. I think they run the table.
I do too, man. BYU's on it.
Love me some Cougars.
I do too. All right. Number 25, the Mizzou Tigers falling 4 spots after the loss to Alabama 34-0. They're at 6-2 on the year. Illinois, another one that dropped 4 spots, falls to 24. Colorado sneaks in there for the first time this year. They are 6-2 at number 23. Followed by the man you love to hate coming out of Washington State, 7-1. They are 22. Followed by Army, who moves up 2 spots to number 21. And then SMU is number 20. They moved up 2 spots. SMU is 7-1. Any thoughts on 20 through 25 there, guys?
I mean, Army's still playing good ball. You know, Army's still playing good ball, but I can't wait for the Army-Navy game. It's just going to be off the hook this year. Go ahead, Doug.
I'm surprised Missouri stayed in. myself.
Me too, man. I am exactly
You're right about
surprised, too.
that. Yep.
Hey, good news coming out today. Old Brady Cook should be able to finish out the year if he stays healthy. He will be playing against Oklahoma. Good sign for Mizzou. Mizzou's got to have him, man. They don't have no backup quarterback whatsoever.
Pine is not very good.
No, it's not.
He needs to stay on the Pine.
I agree with that assessment. I don't know how he ever won 8 games for starting for Notre Dame.
Well, look at their schedule, Mark.
It don't matter, man. I mean,
They don't
you're
play
winning 8
anybody.
games.
Notre Dame's schedule is soft as all get out.
What'd you say happened to Horn? Sam Horn?
Horn tore his rotator in baseball.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think he'd be a decent backup.
Oh yeah, he'll probably be a starter next year.
Hey,
Damn sure ain't gonna be Drew Pine.
Colorado's got a chance to make that Big 12 title game.
We coming.
Hey,
Hey,
they
do
don't
they-
play anybody else either.
They don't
So
play
be them
Iowa
and
State.
BYU.
No, they
In the
don't.
title game,
They need
Well-
BYU or Iowa State to lose, and I think they'll get in.
They don't play either one of them teams.
no.
Oh, they got Oklahoma State, Kansas, Utah, and Texas Tech left.
They'll lose.
And-
Wow.
They'll lose at least one of those. Yep, I agree. Oklahoma State probably be the one to lose.
I don't know, man. Oklahoma State can't win an inter-squad scrimmage right now.
Man, I can't believe that. Got one of the best running backs in the country.
Yep, but they surprise who they need to surprise. It just depends on what time of the day they're going to play them.
11 o'clock.
No,
Mm.
never mind then.
Too early, baby. Too early.
At
They still
Colorado.
gonna lose one of them next games coming up. They ain't going
That Folsom Field. All right, number 19 is Ole Miss Rebels at 6-2. They fell 1 spot. Pittsburgh still getting no respect at number 18, 7-1, and then Kansas State 7-1. Excuse me, Pittsburgh 7-0, Kansas State 7-1 at number 17. Followed by Doug's LSU Tigers, who took a big fall. So they fell 8 spots. They are 6-2 at number 16. Followed by Boise State at 15, who's also 6-1. They move up 2 spots. Followed by Alabama, who is number 14 at 6-2. They moved up 1 spot. Indiana stays pat at 13. They are 8-0. Followed by Clemson at 6-1. Down 2 spots. And Iowa State down a spot at 7-0. Both of those teams are tied at 11. So there is no number 12 this week. Texas A&M, the Aggies move up 4 spots at 7-1. Any thoughts on 10 through 19 there, guys?
I got
Pittsburgh.
something.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Doug.
No,
No, it's not Doug. I was just gonna say Pittsburgh not getting love. That's crazy. I mean, I was hating on them earlier in the year, and they still proved me wrong. So, go ahead, Johnny.
I'm sorry. I got one thing. I know we talked about LSU early. It's probably gonna piss Doug off, but I don't care. I still love my LSU, but yeah, I understand they win 10 games a year and blah blah. That's good. That's great. But can this coach get to the playoffs, or will he make it to the playoffs? He can't. Seems like he can't win the big games that count.
Well,
I just don't understand it.
Won't you get Lane Kiffin and all his titles?
We're not talking about Lane. He said Brian Kelly.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Hey.
I'm not talking about Ole Miss. I'm talking about LSU.
You're talking about coaches. You're talking about a guy that's in his third year. He came there with 39 scholarship players. 39 scholarship players 2 years ago.
Okay,
Okay.
you should do something with that.
Hey,
Oh, I
hey,
know.
Why
He
you
should've
don't-
done
why you don't
he should've done
change-
won 2 national
When you get your
titles
ass
by now.
beat by a quarterback that's running all over you, make some changes. You know
He
your
should've won
quarterback.
2 national titles by now. No excuse.
Johnny.
I
Meanwhile,
know
James
I can't win. It's like
Franklin
talking to-
saying, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, I don't see it coming. No time soon with them.
He should have done 1 too. I mean, crap.
What do you mean you want to?
He should have won 2 national titles by now. He's coached 2 years.
He talking about Lane Kiffin.
Now I'm talking about Kelly. He's coached 2 years.
I think he's on
No.
his third year.
Yeah, this is his 3rd year.
Oh,
I say he
So
should
he's
have
not
done
gonna
1
do
2
nothing this
national
year.
titles by now.
I don't
mean,
think he's going to.
It is
I don't,
LSU.
I don't think he's gonna make the playoffs this year or next year.
It is LSU. I mean, gosh, we should win every year.
No, I didn't. I'm just saying. Why you don't make a change? Why you always get out coached? Seems like. I know it's all
every
his
time
fault,
you lose, you get out coached.
but he's
He got
always
out coached by
winning. He's always
USC in
taking
game
the
number 1.
Yeah,
He's
every
always-
game
he's
you
always-
lose, you're out coached.
When,
He's
when
always
you can't
taking the
stop
blame
a
for
run
it.
and you know it's coming, that's bad.
Your
Yeah.
players don't ever get beat. You just got out coached.
That's right.
Why you don't make changes? He even said
pretty
right
good.
there at halftime. He said, if he's hurt, my quarterback's hurt. I got 3s ready right now.
Yeah, Ricky Collins would have came in there and killed him, man.
Well, okay, that's a coach change. That's a coach. Say, hey, let's sit him down. Let's put this guy in.
Yeah, let's
Let's
bring
try to
Ricky
win this
Collins
game.
in there.
That's for first place.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just
Ricky
saying,
Col-
he's always
Ricky
taking the
Collins would've
blame.
won it, too.
He's
Ricky
always
Collins.
taking the blame, but he don't do nothing do about it.
Yeah, Ricky
just saying.
Collins was the answer.
I'm good. I just had to put it out there.
Ricky Collins was the answer. Maybe he'll play him against Alabama.
Oh, I don't know. Who knows? All right, next.
All right. Number 9, BYU at 8-0. They moved up 2 spots. Number 8, Notre Dame still hanging around. They're at 7-1. They moved up 4 spots, guys. Only lost to Northern Illinois, so that's hard to believe. They have worked their all the way back to number 8. Tennessee at 7 at 6-1. The Longhorns of Texas at 7-1. They fell a spot. Miami moved up a spot, so they swapped positions there. Miami is number 5 at 8-0. Still undefeated. Still managing to win games by the skin of their old upper lip there,
Still
buddy.
not very
Oh.
good.
Ohio State, number 4 at 6-1. Penn State, number 3, Josh's Nittany Lions. They come in at 7-0, followed by the Bulldogs of Georgia at number 2, and Oregon, number 1. And boy, did Oregon make a statement on Illinois or what, fellas?
They did.
Yeah, they did.
They did. They played good.
Mark, you
putting
forgot something. Penn State wins a game and falls a spot.
Oh, yeah.
Only team in America that can do that.
Were they number
No.
2?
Hey,
No, that's wrong. Now, we won a couple games and fell every week.
They
They
were
were
three
2
last
last
week.
week.
They were 3.
They were 3.
Yeah, we were
stayed
3.
pat. They stayed pat.
ESPN had you 2. That's what I was going by. And then
Oh,
you
that's
play
ES.
Wisconsin mediocrely and you fall to 3.
that's ESPN. They hate us.
There's 3 and there's 3 last week.
Well,
Hey,
They hate
while-
everybody not in a certain conference, Josh.
but while we at it, All right, I just want to go ahead and point this out real quick. So if any kids out there watching, cover your ears. But fuck you, Fox Football Saturday. You got the number 4 team in the country playing the number 3 team in the country, and you have us playing at 12 o'clock at Beaver Stadium with 110,000 people. You were supposed to have Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Hulk Hogan showing up for this game because he's speaking here. You know, you have all this going on, and you're going to put the game on at noon. Fuck you, Fox Sports. I see it.
I agree 100%.
That
There
should
should
be
be
a
a
night
rule.
and a whiteout.
That should
There
be
should
be a
7
rule.
o'clock prime time
You
game.
got game day there.
7 o'clock prime time game.
Yeah, you got game
Yeah.
day there, but you know, hey, here's your picks. All right, let's go to the stadium. Game's kicking off. You know,
No
Right.
shit.
That should be a night game and a whiteout.
they absolutely should, and the college football needs to get together and be like, look, we're going to leave open spots up in the TV schedule. If you have a top 5 team playing each other, you're getting no later, minimum 3:30. You're playing.
Hey, Josh,
Yeah.
you remember what I told you about they hate everybody except a certain conference? There you go.
Exactly, and I told you guys earlier in the year, Penn State is the only team in this country that can have a bye week or a win and still possibly drop. So
Well,
if
these
they
are,
had them at number 2, Kenny, then now you know why.
these big matchup 11 a.m. games need to stop. You
Yeah.
you need to put your Arkansas Ole Misses at 11 a.m. You need to put stuff, your teams like that nobody
Yeah,
really follows or watches a lot. That
Yeah,
need
put
to be
shit,
ranked.
put the MAC on at 11.
Show the Memphis UTSA game.
Right.
Josh, like you said, the NFL does that now. If it's just 2 shitty teams, they'll flex it out.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
started that this year. That needs to happen.
Absolutely.
Is Trump not going now since it's early?
No, he's not. He's not. Yeah.
I had heard yesterday that he was going to be there.
Yeah, he was going to be there. He had Elon Musk coming with him, and he had Hulk Hogan coming too.
That
So
goes-
I'm glad I'm not going to state college because you ain't getting in. Secret
That
Service
goes-
been
Yeah.
all over the place.
I figured you had a ticket.
Man, I can get a ticket. I'm JB. Everybody knows me.
That goes our sponsor from Fox.
Yeah.
Hey, I got
It's
some
so
good
low.
ones tonight. I
Uh,
got some good ones tonight. Don't worry.
oh, it's gonna make it up.
That's my favorite part of the show.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, that's mine too.
I texted Mark last night. We're introducing a new partnership too. So
That's right.
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Hey, Doug, you got some update scoring for us last week and then year to date?
Yeah, I got thanks to the dadgum wild cards. I'm sick of them wild cards already. 3 weeks in, I'm already sick of them. But we had the top scorers last week were JB and ED had 12 each on our regular picks. Eddie gets the bonus 5 points, so he definitely leads the week with 17 overall. We had Johnny Grissom had 11 on our regular picks, but he also hit the big wild card, so he gets a +5. He gets 16, comes in second. Josh had 12. Kenny had 11. I had 10. And Crybaby Face for the second week in a row. Mark Manley, he had 9.
Man, I got Crybaby Face with 9.
Got Crybaby with 9. We had a decent week. Yeah. Last
Man,
week
nine.
we had 5, so you almost doubled. We got a
Man,
we got a shake up in the overall too. We got a new second place. We got Eddie Derrick here, Coach Rule with 97 in first place.
Ah, boy.
The new second place, thanks to 2 wild card hits in back to back. We got Hurricane Johnny coming in with 92.
That's what you and Kenny gets. I was so behind Doug. I don't know what I'm doing.
You've been learning. I said you were learning.
No, it's not learning.
You've been
Take
We
your
got-
time out.
You've
We
been
got trolls
listening and
showing
learning.
up.
We
I
got
don't
number
listen to
3,
y'all. I sure don't listen to y'all.
number 3 overall. Kenny there with 90. He's only 2 back of you. Number 4 is Mr. Consistent. I'm still right there within 9 points of the lead, 88.
Lee mediocre.
We got a new 5th place with JB 79 with a
Mr. Week off.
Week off. And we got Crybaby Face Mark pulling up the rear, 78 total points.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mark, it's not golf.
Mark, you might want to try some wrist picks.
Woo! I got wrist picks all week this week,
There
baby.
you go. You might want to try a few wrist picks. Get back
Doug,
in.
he's been making wrist picks all year, evidently.
Hey,
I
Doug,
got
get them.
88. I'm too
Doug,
behind
get
you.
them scores for me one more time.
We got number 1 overall, Eddie Derrick, 97.
All right.
Number 2 is Johnny Grissom, 92.
Johnny.
5
KC,
points.
KC at number 3, 90. I'm at number 4 with 88. Josh, 79. You got 78. It's
Oh,
about-
Josh.
it's about
Got a
point.
weak head start. Can't even beat the man. So I'm just one behind.
You only one back. You hit a couple wild cards, man. That changes things.
Yeah,
Quick.
absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, y'all go ahead. I got some company here. I got to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You're gonna leave us like that.
Hey,
Man.
leave us hanging. We could do sponsors.
We
We
lost.
we could do sponsors, but we don't want to leave Mark out of it though, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, he can go back and rewatch it.
Yeah. He must owe somebody money. He don't got no.
Well, I don't have like no lead in or anything like that, but we can get games going and just have Mark pick at the end. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what y'all
yeah.
want to do.
you want
All
to?
right, well, let's lead it off. And coming in, starting off Virginia Tech at -4 versus Syracuse, over and under 53.5. Who would it be? It would be Mark, then Hurricane.
No, Kenny.
No,
Kenny.
Kenny. I'm third.
Kenny goes second.
Now that I know that Coach Rule has ruined the Syracuse streak, I'm gonna take Syracuse in the 4 points, and I'm gonna take the over.
Ooh. I'm gonna disagree on that. I'm
Shocker
gonna go.
there.
Hey, I'm in second for a reason.
Wild cards.
Hey, no. Hey, I'm doing pretty good on those other picks. If I don't get cheated, but
You had 11 this week.
I ain't bad. I mean, it's better than 50%.
Better than my 10.
That's right. I'm gonna take Virginia Tech -4. I'm gonna take the over too.
4 picks last week. Hopefully McCord got that shit out of his system. I'm gonna take them +4, but the under.
Well, I'm gonna stick with Virginia Tech. I'm gonna take Virginia Tech to cover, but I'm also gonna stay under on this one as well.
Yeah, that Pittsburgh defense was all over the field last week against Syracuse. But I'm surprised. This is a home game for Syracuse, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I thought. I was kind of surprised at this line. Vegas taking that much out on Syracuse. Virginia Tech has been playing a little bit better here and there, but man, I gotta say it. Vegas, you got the wrong team favored. Syracuse is gonna win this game outright. They're gonna bounce back. They're gonna win this game outright, and the score is going over. There'll be a few points thrown up here.
Hey, not to change the subject, but speaking of Vegas screwing shit up, did anybody take advantage of the free money with BYU in Central Florida last week?
I took it.
I did.
That Johnny stole the wild card and that's how he got his 5.
That's all right. I stole FanDuel's money. Y'all can have the wild card. I stole FanDuel.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Those
not
points
the
don't-
only game I hit on.
Those points don't
Hey.
put money in the bank either.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. That's about the only game I made any money on.
I mean, I did okay, but I just thought that was stupid.
It
Yeah.
was.
All right, we got next. We got the Duke Blue Devils going into Coral Gable, Florida, and playing the Miami Hurricanes. Miami is a minus 20.5 favorite with the over and under at 54.5. Kennedy, go ahead.
I'm going to take Coach Yashevsky, Christian Laettner, and Bobby Hurley to roll into Coral Gables. You're going to give me 20.5 against Miami right now. That's almost like the BYU game from last week. I've got a feeling that's easy money. I am going to take the over. Cam Ward's going to sling it, but Duke's proven they can't play any defense. So I'm going to take Duke in the 20.5, and I'm going to take the over. I see this being a 35-32 type ball game. It's going to be close, but I think Duke can stay with them because Miami's not very good. Doug said it earlier. I agree.
Speaking of Hurricanes, go ahead, Johnny.
I agree with you. I'm going to take Duke plus the 20.5. Hopefully, Miami lay a egg on them. I hope they choke, but I'm going to take the over, too.
I just gained a point on y'all. It's definitely going over. Duke can't play defense or score. Their offense it just sucks. Miami's going to run it up. I'll take them to cover the 20.5.
Whew. Yeah, this one was tough. I was back and forth, but Duke does not play defense, man. They simply can't. But Miami gets overlooked a lot too, so I'm going to go stick my neck out there with Miami. I've been against them all year long. I think they're overrated, but I do think they're going to cover this week, and I'm taking the over as well.
Well, look here. I'll tell you something. You're talking about teams that don't play defense. Let me give you a team that don't play defense. That's Miami Hurricanes. That's another team there that don't play defense. So I'm shocked that with Duke playing, who was it, SMU last week to overtime, barely lose by 1 point. I'm shocked at this spread right here. It makes me ask, what does Vegas know that we don't know in this matchup, or that's not obvious in this matchup? Because I just can't see Duke playing as good as they did last week being a 20.5 underdog. So with all that said, I'm going to go with Duke. I'm thinking they're going to stay close enough playing defense or not. Because like I said, Miami don't play any either, and it's definitely going over. Give me Duke in the over.
All right. Yeah, I think it's going to be like a 45-20 game or something like that.
It might be like that. Look, it might be like the Miami Louisville game, 52-45. Could be stop the other.
Yeah, I couldn't get out of each other's way. So, all right. Well, we're gonna take a trip over to Fayetteville and Ole Miss and one of Doug's second favorite SEC teams with the Lane Train rolling in, playing against Arkansas.
Can they both lose?
Arkansas Razorback. This is one game that just makes Doug's skin crawl here. Ole Miss is favored by 7 with the over-under at 53.5. Kenny D.
Man, if this isn't appropriate for a Halloween weekend, this is the two Jekyll and Hyde teams of the SEC. You got the Arkansas team that plays against Tennessee, and they look like a national championship contender. You got the Arkansas team that played against A&M earlier in the season, and they couldn't tackle their own shadows at Texas Stadium. And then Ole Miss, you just have no idea what Lane Kiffin's going to do. I mean, Doug, I'm not picking at you, but he's just Brian Kelly 2.0. He's just an idiot and can't make any adjustment whatsoever. He's checked out. He's in Gainesville. Jackson Dart's worried about his NFL money. But with all that said, I'm going to take the Hogs plus the 7, but I'm going to take the under.
Wow. I'm going to go with the Ole Miss Rebels, man. I mean, I don't got nothing against them. I really don't got nothing against Arkansas. I just don't like Tennessee and Alabama. But I'm going to take Ole Miss. I'm going to take the over on that game.
I'm going to answer Steve's question first. They have not played a ranked team, and they don't have a ranked team on their schedule in the regular season. Going back to Miami.
Yep.
Which is just crazy.
Yeah.
But Man, Mark's got us picking Arkansas again. Like I say every time, the hell with Woo Pig. Give me the lane train and the over.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm still hashtag Team Kenny, but the last couple of weeks I've been team coach. I absolutely agree, man. Give me the lane train -7. Give me the over.
Man, this one I've been back and forth. I still don't have it checked. I've got the over, I can tell you that, but Ole Miss just doesn't look good, very good. They barely beat Oklahoma at home. Now they're going on the road, Fayetteville. You talk about how they look against Tennessee or how bad they look against A&M. You know, they only lost that game to A&M by 4 points, Arkansas. They were
neither team played great. I mean, it was a bad game.
But they were in that game against A&M. Where was that? At Arlington, I think. Wasn't it Cowboy Stadium
Texas
or something?
Cowboy Stadium, yeah.
Yeah. So with Arkansas, like you say, you really don't know what you're going to get. They put 50-something points up last week to Mississippi State, who's bad, but had been playing better. You know, stayed within the spread against Georgia, stayed within the spread against Texas. Mississippi State been playing better, and Arkansas goes in there and just destroyed them. I don't have much faith in Ole Miss. On touchdown, I'm going to think Arkansas keeps it in there and keeps it within about 3-4 points. So I'll give me Arkansas. I pick them and the over. Mark, you want to pick to catch up?
Yeah. First one, Virginia Tech and Syracuse. I'm going to take Virginia Tech -3.5. Since McCord's let me down a couple times. Eddie's boy there.
-4, Mark.
Okay. Let me get my other sheet here. Yeah, I'm going to take the under 53.5.
All right. He ain't going to let a half point change your pick.
Hey, we've all been victim to the hook. Don't say that.
Yeah.
I have many a time already.
All right, risk pick number 1, baby. Duke Blue Devils. Plus 20.5. Taking the over of 54.5.
Attaboy, Mark. Attaboy.
Ain't no risk pick. That
ain't a risk pick. I took it.
That's a solid pick.
You with Doug and Kenny.
Mark,
yeah.
we're probably going to lose that one.
And John.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Who you got there, Ole Miss or Arkansas?
Oh, I'm taking Lane Train. I'm a Mizzou Tiger. Fuck Arkansas. Ole Miss -7. And I want to they stay under 53.5.
All right.
All right, now we caught up.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to take the lead there?
Ole Miss does have a better defense than they usually field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Minnesota 5-3, taking on number 24 team, the Illini of Illinois are 6-2. Minnesota favored by 3. The over and under is 45.5. Matchup predictor shows Minnesota at 54.5 and the Illini at 45.5. So kind of close there, guys.
Is this game in Champaign?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I tell you what, the line opened up at 3, or actually at 1.5. Now it's at 3. So that's interesting too. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the Illini, man. Illini at home. I'm gonna take them. So give me my 3, and I'm gonna go over a 45.5. Just barely, maybe like 48.
Dougie, I know we're early in the show, but can I borrow your line?
Go ahead. I was going to say it if you didn't.
Vegas, you got the wrong team favorite.
That's right.
I mean, Illinois had one bad game, but everybody that's played Oregon's had one bad game. So, I mean, Illinois' defense is tough against everybody else not named Oregon. It's at home. Man, I'm with Mark. Give me the line 3 and I'm happy under.
Taking the under?
Pop.
Yes, sir.
Popping the champagne. It's champagne, baby.
I'm gonna take Illinois +3 and That's another one I took over on. I'm over.
And I looked and looked. There's no injuries on Illinois. That's why I didn't get the line. So I'm taking them plus the 3 and the over.
They haven't gave Illinois and Pittsburgh no respect this year, man.
No, and for Kenny,
Indiana either.
the World Series is tied 5-5 now.
Sure is, man. They just blew a 5-0 lead. I think it was Judge or Stanton. One of them dropped a fly ball.
No, I think it was Kenny that said, "Give Aaron Boone time, he'll fuck it up."
They did.
I'm pretty good at. Hey, can I use that as my wild card since I predicted it before it happened?
Woo.
Man, I know this week I ain't going to be catching Coach. I can tell you that right now because I absolutely agree. Why are they not giving Illinois any love? Just shows them this week here by having them as dogs at home against Minnesota, Minnesota's a decent team year in and year out. They're not
That's right.
below average, not above average. They just play very well. I like the coaching staff and all that, but Illinois is going to win this game this week and get me the over on this. And this is going to be my lock. So, Johnny, tell Pablo,
Master
call
Lock.
Colombians and tell them.
Hey, Doug, real quick. You'll know the answer, and Eddie will too. Is this the second time this year that Illinois has been at home and they've made them a dog? What is it against Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. Well, roll your boat. It's fixing to sink. Man, it's gonna sink with champagne. It's gonna get it's going under. I just don't understand this line. Like y'all said, Vegas, you got the wrong team favored. This is one of them. I think sometimes like BYU last week, you look at and it's like they let you get back in the game. You know, we're gonna give them this one. We're gonna throw this one out there and let them get back in the game because we want them still betting. We want them to keep playing. You know, so this looks like one of them. I'm gonna take Illinois, but I'm taking the under on this. I think it's gonna stay under. Illinois plays a tough D at home. Yeah, they're hard to score on.
All right, next one on our schedule is number 1 team in the nation, the Oregon Ducks at 8-0, taking on those Michigan Wolverines y'all were just talking about. They're 5-3. Oregon favored by 14.5. The over and unders 45.5. To me, this is a no-brainer. Oregon and the over all day long. That's my lock of the week, baby.
You know, the 6 of us should all put $10 each in a pot and just do a 2-leg parlay and take Illinois in the 3 and take Oregon and get 14.5 and just go straight to the cash window.
There you go.
The game's going to, 14.5 will be covered in the first quarter. And Oregon's going to go over by themselves.
There you go. Dylan Gabriel's going to go over by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I guess I know what you're picking then.
Oh, this was a hard one. Man. I know I'm gonna probably get this one wrong. I'm gonna take Michigan.
You did.
But,
Your national title winners.
Yeah, I fucked up on that one. So
Johnny is the true definition of ride or die. That's all I
Hey, go for that little trophy.
yeah.
That man's
It's
riding on
working
4
for me.
flats right now, still trying to keep going.
Hey, it's working. It's working.
Them old
can make it
Maypops.
to the next exit.
Rolling on them Maypops, Josh, like
Yeah.
Buddy Wayne.
Buddy Wayne.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Michigan plus the 14.5. I'm gonna go over. That's probably
Really?
the only point I'm gonna get.
You got one of the 3 right, Johnny. You
That's
took the
right.
over.
That's right. I probably won't
Man.
be in second for long.
This has got to be the most Michigan's been an underdog at home in forever. It is, because I think it was only 10 against Texas.
School
But
history.
that also proved Michigan's just not that good. They can't score. I'm with y'all. Give me Oregon and the over.
Yeah, there's not much to say to this right now. Oregon's number 1 team in the country going in and playing Michigan, who hasn't played like a top 30 team this year. Oregon rolls. Give me them to cover. Give me the over. Move on.
Look here, hold up. You're going too fast there. Move on. Now look, I'm going to bet you. I don't know this. I hadn't looked it up, but I'm going to bet you that Oregon has never played a game in the Big House. Hey, I bet they've met in the Rose Bowl and passed and all that. I'm sure, but I bet you Oregon has never went to the Big House and played a game. And that's the Big House. It is the biggest stadium in the nation. They're going to pack it out. No matter if their team is down a little bit, it's going to be crazy. Oregon is going to be a little shell shocked. They're coming off a great win last week where they just destroyed Illinois, but that was at home, right?
Yep.
So, you got to go on the road. You got to go to the Big House. Michigan's fired up. Biggest home dog, man, maybe they've ever been, at least in a long time. With all that, I'm going to take Michigan to keep it close, and I'm going to take the over. Michigan going to find a way to keep it close.
Hey, Doug.
Before you move on, I want to say something on Doug. 2007, Oregon was an 8-point dog in Michigan.
Oh, they
beat
played
Michigan 39-7.
Woo, okay, that's good to know. I just figured they'd never been in that Big House.
I Googled it as soon as you said that to see. Beat them as 8-point dogs. They beat them 39-7 in the Big House.
Woo.
Wow.
Hey, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it worse than that this time, Doug.
Me and Johnny begs to differ.
Hey,
we got we're on that island. Hey, don't worry, Doug. I know where that boat. I hit it last time.
We're gonna probably need it.
Shit, y'all remember that show ESPN Beat the Schwab? We got our own here with Coach Rule right here. Like, when's the last time played a game in Monterrey, Mexico? Actually, it was 1942. They played Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, hey, that's good because like I said, I didn't look or anything, but I just figured that they'd never played there. But that's good to know.
that 39-7 would hit our over, so I'll take it.
Yeah,
No doubt. All right, next one on the schedule.
2008.
That's right, long time ago. Number 10, Texas A&M, fresh off that thumping of the LSU Tigers. Texas A&M 7-1, taking on those Gamecocks, baby. You got to watch those guys. They're only 4-3, but they are better than what that record says. A&M favored by 2.5. Over to under is 44.5. With the quarterback change, guys, A&M is dangerous in my opinion. So if this spread was a little higher, I might take them Gamecocks at home, but I'm going to take Texas A&M minus the 2.5, and I'm taking the over of 44.5.
Mark, I agree, but I just think that kid's going to have to throw more than 2 passes. But with his legs, I don't think it's going to make any difference. I'm with you. I'm gonna give the 2.5, and I'm going to take the over as well.
I agree with y'all, man. I'm gonna take Texas A&M the minus 2.5. I'm gonna take the over. I think South Carolina can score. I mean, look what they did to LSU. Almost beat LSU. They can score.
Look what they did to Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At Oklahoma.
I'm not sure how much they can score on A&M's D, though. Line made no sense. I'm still taking A&M to cover in the over.
Oklahoma's supposed
That defense is tough, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree and just lock it in. Give me A&M to cover. Give me the over. But I will say, like Mark said, Carolina's record does not reflect what time of team they are. They've played a lot of good teams this year and lost a few games, but they played them close. So they may get Texas A&M a run, but Texas A&M is going to pull this out.
Well, look, that quarterback change ain't nothing new. He's been swapping them around all year. I think that kid actually has 3 wins as starting this year. 3 of their wins were with him starting. The Weigman kid's a better pocket passer, but if you could, our strength last week was coming after the quarterback. It was smart. We should have dialed the rush back with him in there and played more of the run the second half. Once he came in, we kept playing pressure. That's not the way to play him. But yeah, I don't know if South Carolina's got some pretty good defensive ends that do get back there. So I think this kid will probably play most of this game, if not all of it, if he doesn't get hurt. But Vegas, you got the wrong team favored. South Carolina is going to give A&M their first conference loss. I'm sorry, coming off a big win, emotional win, they're going to play Hall and Baton Rouge down there in the 12th man, home of the 12th man. You know, that was real cute. And I can't say nothing. Won the game, you get to rub it in. You know, play Hall and Baton Rouge right there at the end when you're kneeling down on the ball. That was real cute and good, but it's going to cost you this week. All that emotion, you're going on the road, you're going to Columbia, South Carolina, you're going to lose. Give me South Carolina, give me the over. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Yeah, Josh, you were talking about those two of those three losses. They lost at Alabama by 2, 27-25, and then lost to LSU 36-33. So South Carolina can win this game. There's no doubt about it. But that A&M defense is tough. As Steve Brown says, A&M, basically what you said, Doug, he's ready for a letdown. They made the top 10, beat a better LSU. They're going to lose, and nobody won't be shocked.
I won't be.
Hey, but again, look at the source. That's my dad. I love you, but you know he's.
Yeah,
he's,
I was thinking the same.
How many glasses of bourbon is he into?
I was thinking.
His glasses probably ain't clean. That's probably what it is.
That's right. That's right.
Man, as he gets older, he looks more and more like Ozzy, don't he?
Man,
Spitting damage, boy, I tell you. Love me some Ozzy Brown.
Steve knows what he's talking about.
Let's
on
throw
that one
this
for sure.
out there. LSU's only good win is your boy Lane Train. It's the only ranked team they beat this year, so they're not world beaters.
Hey, we got one more in Miami, don't we?
Yeah, that's true.
All right, man, let's see. Where we at here? Oh, the no respected Pitt Panthers at 7-0, number 18 in the nation, taking on the number 20 team, the SMU Mustangs, who are 7-1. Man, SMU is favored by 7.5. The over and under is 58.5. The matchup predictor shows the Mustangs at 70.2, guys. Pitt getting no respect at 29.8. Woo, man. You're going to give me an undefeated team by 7.5? Give me that. I'm going to take my 7.5. Risk pick number 2, I guess it is. Give my 7.5 for those Panthers, and I'm taking the. Ooh, man, this is tough here. I'm going to take the over of 58.5.
High scoring game.
Well, I don't disagree with you often, champ, but I do this time. Forrest Gregg, Eric Dickerson, and the boys. They're going to beat up on Dan Marino and Tony Dorsett. Pitt will finally going to get the respect they deserve.
Dorsett, baby.
I'm gonna give the 7.5, but I'm gonna take the over as well. Both teams are gonna get up and down the field. They'll sling it.
I agree with y'all. I'm gonna take Pitt, and I'm gonna take the over.
Man, that hook's what I've been going back and forth on. If it was 7, hell, I'm taking SMU either way. Let's not bullshit it. Give me SMU in the over. They're going to bounce back after that embarrassing game at Duke.
Wow, that was embarrassing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, well, I think I'm going to lose a point here because I'm going the exact opposite. I haven't gave Pitt any love all year long, and now today is going to be the day. So give me Pitt to cover, but give me the under, actually. I think the under is going to take place on this. I know they both can sling it, but give me under.
You hit that. You hit that right there. Yeah, this hook right here, man, 7.5. That's what did it for me. If it was 6.5, I think SMU will probably pull the game out. But I think it's going to be a good game. I watched, man, that Pitt secondary is for real. They can cover some receivers. They can play the ball. They got a nose for the ball, and they can cover. Pitt's going to slow them down a little bit. The score's going to stay under. And give me Pitt and the 7.5. I won't say they got the wrong team favored, but I think it's going to be a close game. Both these teams are very much alive for the playoffs.
Interesting. I'll tell you, here's another game that, man, I just had a hard time getting us 10 good games, guys. So Wisconsin at 5-3, taking on Iowa at 5-3. Iowa favored by 3. The over and under is 40.5. That's a low scoring there, man. Matchup predictor has Iowa at 58.6, Wisconsin at 41.4. Man, I don't really care about this one. I'm going to take Iowa minus the 3 just because they're at home, and I'm going to take the under 40.5.
That's Iowa. Take the under.
Yeah, that's right.
Except for last week against Northwestern. I'm taking Iowa and giving a 3, but I'm going to take the over. They hung 40 last week in one game. Maybe they found something. I don't know. I mean, I'm with Mark. Ain't either team worth a shit, and I could care less because it's Big Ten football. I think it should be sent to Canada and make them play in the CFL. But I'm going to take Iowa and give the 3, and I'm going to take the over.
Hey, they've hung 40 twice this year, Kenny.
I know.
Yeah.
That's remarkable.
I agree with Kenny, man. I'm going to take Iowa minus 3. I'm going to go with the over. I mean, I saw that score last week with them. They did score some points.
I'm gonna go a little bit different route. It just goes to show you what a difference a year makes. If this game was played last year, the over under would have been 30.5. So good for
That's
Iowa
right.
improving, you know. But this is gonna be a ground and pound game. Both teams are gonna be running the ball, managing the clock, see who can, you know, strike just one more time than the other. It's going to be a Big Ten game. So give me Iowa to cover, but give me the under on this.
Yeah, it's Big Ten football. It's like watching paint dry, just not quite as exciting. You know?
Eddie, we skipped you, didn't we?
My feelings was getting hurt.
Man, I just realized that.
Go ahead, Ed.
Hey, we shit on Iowa. They're averaging 29.4 this year for the season. I'm taking the over and Iowa to cover the 3.
Eddie, I'm gonna make sure I don't hit that. I don't make sure don't hit Doug's pin next time the show starts. I'm gonna wait till after.
Yeah. Well, Wisconsin played pretty good last week for a while. They hung with Penn State. You know, they've improved a little bit since Alabama went in there and walked all over them. But being at home with Iowa, I'll give up 3 points. But I'm going to say it stays under. This is going to be more of your Iowa traditional game here. And, yeah, it's just going to be a trench warfare type game. And so give me Iowa and the under. We ain't done sponsorships yet, neither.
Oh, that's right. We can get them right now. Josh, what you got for sponsorship?
Hey. It's a sponsorship program of our sponsorship portion of our show. And I just want to first announce that we have a partnership in the making with the Unemployment Services of America, trying to get jobs out there. And they're focusing on people that like to stay at home on the computers, and namely with Pornhub. So now Pornhub has partnered up with unemployment, and the slogan is going to be, hey, stop your jerking, start working. All right? While we're at it.
You heard it, people.
Next,
stop your jerking and get to working.
That's right. Stop jerking, start working. Unemployment sponsored with Pornhub. Trojan Condoms has stepped in and wants to take a spot with us as well. And Trojan just said, hey, our condoms are cheaper than AIDS.
God.
And that's all.
And they're better than USC, the other Trojan.
And if you got must on your tater, you want to make sure your girl doesn't say, see you later. As always, happy nuts. Get some of these on your bad boy, and your girl will always want to play with your toy. Happy nuts. And finally, Finally, Scissor Sisters Cleaning. That's right, Scissor Sisters Cleaning. We'll get your house cleaned lickety split, and you know what? We're pretty anal about it.
Woo, man. Hey, that's some great new sponsors, Josh. Appreciate you going out there and getting them.
Hey, pressing the flesh, bud. Gotta do what I gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, but that's not it. We got Manly's Meat Wagon where nobody beats our meat but us. And we got Edwards Freight. What we got, Dougie?
Well, we got Edwards Freight Service, phone number 573-922-0002. You call, I'll haul, man. Stay out of Memphis. Come on, nobody wants to go to Memphis. You got to deal with the traffic, criminals, and everything else. Just call me for a small fee. I'll save your trip.
Call Doug.
I'm sorry, kids. I'm sorry.
All right, that's our sponsorship for tonight. We thank each and every sponsor out there. Man, what happened to Pinky Toe? They dropped off.
I gotta negotiate with him next week. We should have Pinky Toe back in the running. Plus, I'm working on a couple other sponsors here at State College too, so we'll have him up and running next week.
About snow time, so Pinky Toe needs to get on in here, get back.
That's right. I doze, but I don't close. Pinky Toe's towing.
That's right.
Hey, just real quick, let me tell you guys about Pinky Toe. So I was Ubering one night, all right? And this is like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm picking up drunk kids at State College, taking them back to campus and stuff, right? And I'm sitting at this light, and all of a sudden, this hot pink tow truck pulls up next to me. And on the side of the door was a foot and a toe. The pinky toe was like so big, you know, and all it said was Pinky Toe Towing, baby. It was awesome. I called Mark right away. I was like, dude, you got to see this. Pinky Toes Towing.
That's it, baby. Get stuck in the snow, call Pinky Toe.
Pinky Toe.
All right, man. Let's move on with our picks now. We go to USC at 4-4. Speaking of the Trojans, perfect timing there. Washington at 4-4. USC favored by 2.5. The over and under is 55.5. I'm going to take USC plus the minus the 2.5, and give me the over on that one. Go Trojans.
Big Ten 2.0 here, another game nobody really cares about. And a tough one. I mean, that 2.5 is, if it was a little more, I might take Washington, but
Right.
I'm gonna load up on Lincoln Riley again like an idiot. Now I'll give the 2.5 and take the over.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna say Washington, and I'm gonna take the over.
Man,
Sticks
I'm
with
Kenny.
the purple teams.
This game shit.
Yeah.
USC did whoop up on LSU earlier in the year, so that's got to be in there somewhere. Give me them to cover the 2.5 and the over.
Bring up the pass.
Anytime we can get a jab in at Doug Edwards, we got to take it.
It's coming.
Look at his eyes starting to swell up from that jab.
Yeah. He's bobbing and weaving now. Look at him. He's getting ready to watch that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul documentary coming up.
Are they gonna fight? They supposed to fight this month, or
I think it's supposed to happen. Who knows? You know, I think it's.
I think it's end of the month.
Yeah.
it's
coming soon.
His ass out.
Me too.
That's just a money. That's just a money grab, fellas. Money grab.
I'm more interested in Stipe and John Jones.
When they
John
fight.
Jones.
It ain't gonna go good for Stipe.
The legend, John Jones.
Last man on the planet.
If he makes it to the ring.
Yep.
He passed
If
the
either
drug
one
test.
of them, yeah.
Hey, I'm going to go against you guys on this, man. I'm going to take the Huskies. Give me the 2.5 with them, and I'm going to stay under on this one.
JB, that's called a risk pick.
Hey, Josh loves them Norwegian animals. That's what it is. A
That's what
husky
it
and a cougar.
Yeah, and a beaver.
Yeah,
I I might as well live up northwest.
You got a duck in there too.
Washington didn't look too good last week.
That was my wild card.
USC hadn't looked too good in a while. So this
Just
one was
big
really
one.
hard. This one was really hard. I was going back and forth. I do think it's going to stay under. I'm with you on that, Josh. But I'm going to go on and take Washington.
Look at that. Me and Doug agree. Look at that.
I'll say Vegas has the wrong team favored.
Well, that means we all just gained points. You and Doug agree, so we all just gained points.
Me and Doug got this. Hey, we got this, Doug. Don't worry. We got this, bud. Yep.
I think that's 2 points right there.
Yeah, I agree. I think so. You can go ahead and mark it down now if you want, but don't say nothing.
He probably already has. I beat Eddie to it. Eddie was going to say it.
All right, guys, the big game of the week is 4 versus 3. Ohio State 6-1 taking on Josh's Penn State Nittany Lions, who are 7-0. Can James Franklin win the big one? Ohio State favored by 3.5. The over and under 46.5. Matchup predictor shows Penn State only 38.8 at home, guys. So the Buckeyes 61.2. This is an 11 o'clock kickoff, as we talked about earlier. Until James Franklin wins a big one, I can't pick him, man. So give me Ohio State minus the 3.5, and I'm going to take the over.
JB, just mute me so you don't have to listen to this because this ain't personal.
Go ahead.
In today's game, these are literally 2 of the worst high-profile coaches in college football. Neither one of them right now are any good. They both find ways to get in their own way and lose ball games. But with that being said, Ryan Davis won one more big game than James Franklin, but James Franklin has never won a big game. So I'm going to take OSU, and I'm going to give the 3.5, and I'm going to take the over.
I thought you said you was going to offend me. I absolutely agree with what you said.
Well, I know, but I don't like doing that.
JB, hopefully I'm not wrong, but it's a reason why Mark's in last place. But
Hey,
and
blow there.
Mark, you bobbing and weaving?
still love
Man.
but I'm gonna take Penn State. I think hopefully they're gonna prove some people wrong. Oh, I don't know about the over and under. I'm gonna say the over. Penn State and over.
I don't know the status of Aller, but if he's not 100%, they have 0 chance. I'm taking Ohio State to cover the 3.5 and the over. Because even if he's healthy, they'll try to take him out before half.
Yeah, they're dirty.
Did you say you said you got the over?
Yeah, I'm going to take the over.
You took the over. Yeah, they are a dirty team. Sure.
All right, so Coach, you nailed it there. They don't know what they said about Drew Rowley yet. We don't know if he's going to be playing. The backup came in, looked good. At least he got some live reps and everything, so that's good in case if he's needed or whatever. At the same time, Ohio State has won the last 7 games against Penn State, including last year when they beat them 20-12. So I've been saying all year long, I love my Lions. I'm absolutely do. I support them 100%. I hope they win Saturday. But again, James Franklin has not won the big one. And the big one is always against Ohio State and Michigan. He's only won 1 Big Ten championship since he's been here. That's not enough. Until he can prove it otherwise, I can't go with my heart. I got to go with my gut. I'm taking Ohio State to cover, and I'm taking the under. And it's going to be really under. I'm thinking 21-17 type game, to be honest with you.
Look, let me tell you like this right here. Every game is the big one. Every game you win is the big one. The next game you're playing, that's the big one. So yeah, he He has won a lot of big ones. And you said 7 in a row that Ohio State's won, no matter where it's been played. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this too. A blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, and I got a feeling this is the week that blind squirrel finds that nut. Vegas, I've said this about about half the games that we picked this week. Vegas, you got the wrong team favored. This is the year they do it. Penn State is going to end that 7-game streak. They're going to win this game outright. I'll take the 3.5 points just to be sure, but I think Penn State wins the game. They find a way to do it. Score's going to stay under. Give me
Hey,
Penn
I hope
State.
you're right.
Go,
I
Doug.
hope you're right, brother.
Shot of your bet slip.
Let's go Lions.
Hey, I will say, too, this is a 3-4 matchup. Just go ahead and say it now. Penn State loses, they'll be pretty close or out of the top 10. Watch.
Out.
You watch and see.
Hey, when Penn State wins, I'm going to say it right now. Ohio State will drop to maybe the 6.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe.
Ohio State just like Bama. They don't drop far.
They'll
Ohio
have
State.
They'll
Yep.
have 2 losses. They'll still be in the top 10.
They'll still be in the top 10. If Penn State loses, they'll probably drop as far as 12, as low as 9.
Ohio State loses, they'll be in the top 10 with 2
Yep,
losses.
I agree.
Because their logic will be, look, they lost to number 1 and number 3. I mean, look at the quality of opponent.
Yep, that's right.
And who have they beat?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nebraska.
That's not a ranked team.
Nebraska
The
must be Spanish for
Cornhuskers.
nobody.
I think
get
we
Man,
may,
I
love.
thought we had that ass too. I was sick when they gave up that touchdown.
we may have one more ranked win than Ohio State.
I don't think.
Hey, Yankees just took the lead back 6-5.
Aaron Boone 2.0, a.k.a. Dave Roberts, must have gave us a charity.
All right, now it's time for Doug's favorite pick, the wild card pick.
Fuck a wild card.
All right, man, my wild card, Doug. I'm going to take the Tulane Green Wave minus 14.5 over Charlotte.
Charlotte played Memphis good now.
Yes, they did. They lost 33-28.
Should have won the game, and there's a phantom PI call and gave Memphis the ball.
That was your wild card last week, Kenny.
It'll be
Memphis.
mine again this week.
But anyway, I'm going to take the over as well, Doug.
What is it?
55.5.
55.5. You're taking Tulane to win it
Yep, and the over.
and the over. You want to put a score down in case you get them extra.
Yeah, I need to hit this score. Tulane 45, Charlotte 17.
Well, Memphis once again screwed me over last week, so I'm gonna take it against them this week. They play UTSA, and UTSA has beat them badly the last 2 times. Bad at here and down there, and this one's in San Antonio. So I'm
The
gonna take
Roadrunners.
7.5. I'm gonna take the over at 60.5. Final score is 48-42.
Hang on. 48 Memphis, 42 San Antonio.
Yes.
So you're 48 Memphis, 42 San Antonio. You're taking San Antonio to cover.
And 7.5. Yes, sir.
Got you.
Hey guys, I gotta
Steve.
get out of here. I've got to be at work early in the morning. I hate to run, but I got to get.
Good luck.
See you,
Yeah.
buddy.
Hey, next time, do me a favor, Kenny. Next time, don't come on the show looking like Mike Norvell with your glasses and your little hoodie there.
He does look like Mike Norvell though.
He does.
He,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you something real quick
Hey,
before I go.
same hair color and everything, man.
he reminiscing reminiscing tonight.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, Kenny Norvell.
Hey,
I
I
had
bet
to go to a
coach is a
Halloween
lot like
party.
All you need is a FS on that shirt, man.
Fucking shit.
Man,
Y'all be good.
I see,
He's getting
Coach.
ready. He's already ready for Halloween.
I bet he coaches a lot like old Mike.
Oh.
Hey, you can't leave this show early without taking a beating.
That's right.
Right.
Oh man. I think you did good on that pick, Mark. I was looking at that game
What?
too. Yeah.
What?
And I was looking at Memphis game too, but I was going the other way with Memphis. But my bonus pick, I'm gonna go Coastal Carolina versus Troy. Coastal Carolina was -4.5. The over and under is 53.5. I'm gonna go -4.5 Coastal, and I'm gonna go with the under. And the final score is gonna be 28-21.
It's gonna be a good one. Who'd you say, Coastal Carolina? Who?
Troy.
Well, Troy's down this year, ain't they? They usually got a good football program.
Hey, Doug said I picked those easy ones. Hey.
That ain't as easy as your last week one. You learned that one.
Hey. I've been getting close with the other ones too.
I'm going with my homer pick since they weren't on the picks. Give me Nebraska -6 over UCLA with the over 39.5.
Dang, that's all. Wow.
That's 5 points.
In 27-17.
I wrote that game down. I was going to take it too, but my score was 35-10. But I have a different one here because I got to thinking the other day.
Hey,
Huh?
I lost service just a second. I missed. He took Nebraska.
No Cooter service.
He took Nebraska and the over, but what did you say your score was?
27-17.
27-17. Okay, that's all I missed. It just blanked out for a second. Got you.
So yeah, I was
Hey,
going
we
to take
got-
that game too. Go ahead, Mark.
I was gonna just read your dad's comment there. Ryan Day always looks like he just swallowed a turd, putting that black polish on his beard to keep looking young.
Man, I'm
He
telling
does
you,
look like a black polish on his beard, man.
I swear he must have a NIL deal with Sharpie marker or something.
It's got-
that beard is black.
That
You're right,
black
yeah.
every week.
Man, you
Yeah.
ain't kidding.
Every
Ain't
week.
no beard like that. Ain't no beard that black. No way.
Not from a man that age.
No.
Not natural.
But yeah, so I was going to go with Nebraska, but I have a second pick here because I got to thinking about it, and I have to admit I'm a little bit upset with my Uncle Mark here because the one thing we haven't heard or talked about all year is a little bit of cowbell. All right, so I got me some Mississippi State Bulldogs against the UMass. All right, Mississippi State is favored 17.5 with the over under. There it is. There it is. We got the -17.5 for Mississippi State. Over under at 59.5. Going to play UMass, dude. This is going to be just a beating and a half. Give me Mississippi State to cover this, and give me a final score at 45-18.
Go down.
So you're taking the over.
Oh
What
yeah,
was the over-under?
59.5.
yeah.
Woo! I don't know, Josh. Missouri went.
It's a good
in there
pick,
and
Josh.
beat 'em
Good pick.
Good. But Mississippi State had a little trouble last week. So I can't believe nobody took the Vanderbilt getting 7 points at Auburn. You know, I thought that I thought for sure somebody'd take that. I looked.
Hey, I almost took that game. Almost.
I think that's going to end up being a 3-point game. That's why I ain't messing with it.
Well, it may
Auburn,
be.
probably. Auburn, man, if they just make a couple more plays, their record would be a whole lot better.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
they turned the ball over a lot. Which
That's right, they do.
Which hurt Vanderbilt last week. They had not been turning the ball over, but they played Texas to within 3 points, and what they have 4 turnovers.
Yep.
in that
Told
game.
you, Steve Brown, that Vanderbilt would cover that spread, boy.
They covered it, and had a chance to win the game. I mean, like
I know.
they gave the ball up 4 times, I believe, and with another fumble they recovered on their own. So they were doing something, and you got to give Texas credit for that, I guess. But they were doing something they hadn't done all year, and that was turning the ball over. But I guess I don't know which game I should take here. I'm going to go on and stick with the first one I wrote down. It's Northwestern. It's -1 point at Purdue. Purdue sucks. Northwestern.
Yes, they do.
But I'm going to take Northwestern. The over-under is 46.5. I'm going to take the over 46.5. Give me Northwestern. I'll give up 1 point. And I'm going to say the score is 28 Northwestern, 21 Purdue.
The Boilermakers. The Spoilermakers.
Not a field goal kick. It's going to be all touchdowns in that game.
Hey, Fitzgerald still coaching Northwestern?
No.
No.
I don't.
He
I
got in
can't
some
think
legal trouble, right?
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, he was letting players bully
That's
or
right.
something.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it was-
That's right. That's right. I forgot all about that.
Their head coach is David Braun now.
Gotcha. I don't know who that is.
Was he
He's
in
like a former
Wisconsin?
assistant.
He might have been a coordinator or something.
Yeah, I think.
Yes,
he
you
was on
did,
that
State
staff.
Brown. He did say that.
He's coached. I'm looking at it now. Culver, Stockton, Winona State, UC Davis, and Northern Iowa. So he was at North Dakota State as a defensive coordinator.
That's a good program there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that wild card to hit bad. I'm gonna end up wishing I took Vandy in the 7 points because they're
And
gonna
nobody took Indiana.
if not win outright. Vandy's gonna get bowl eligible. Probably beat Auburn outright on the Plains.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas.
I figured somebody would jump on that Indiana and Michigan State game.
I looked at that.
I looked at it.
All right, guys, we got anything else we need to? Hey, happy Halloween to you guys. Tomorrow is Halloween out there.
Yep. Happy Halloween, kid. Parents, don't be cheap. Give the kids the candy. Let them have the candy. Let them have some fun. Don't be giving them out bullshit. Give the kids fucking candy.
If you buy
If
that
teeth
candy,
fall
it
off
ain't
an
gonna be
invention.
cheap.
That's the other thing too. Yeah. So don't be buying that cheap shit. Shit's already expensive nowadays
And
anyway.
there
Go
ain't
out and buy a
nothing
big
cheap
ass
now.
bag.
Where
right.
where is the cheap stuff? Because I ain't seen it.
Hey, you better believe it. I
Don't
miss
be,
the days. I miss the days of Moore's Dollar Store.
Man, I looked in Walmart. They had it's $25 a bag.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's crazy.
Doug
Okay.
acts like he's never had a trick or treater at his damn house out in the boonies.
Doug-
Yeah, I have to. I'm
He
just-
probably had it.
I'm
Doug
just
gonna have a.
too.
Doug gonna be giving out a bag full of fortune cookies and IOUs.
That Mr.
Come-
Jackson fortune gum.
Doug's IOUs gonna say, "Come back after the election. I'll have candy for you. It'll be cheaper."
Yeah, there you go. I'm giving out tricks.
Hey, before we close out here, make sure you go like, share, and subscribe to the Boot Hill Sports Network on all social media platforms. We got Missouri State High School football. The playoffs are kicking off this Friday night as Carollasville takes on Portersville. Carollasville, the number 7 team in Class 2. So, and they come in at 7-1. So it should be 8-1. Excuse me. Should be a interesting game there. As Carollasville should make it all the way to the district championship to get that rematch at Valley. Hey, Ty gets a bye. They will be on the network next week. So until next week, this is Mark Manning, Eddie Derrick, Johnny Grissom, Doug Edwards, and JB saying so long for I'll Take the Over podcast. We'll see you next week.